Hey everyone, Kyle here. It's been a while since we made a JDMods video, so I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a vlog update. As you can see, there's lots of exciting stuff around me, and as usual, there's lots of other cool cars outside. So why don't we go ahead and show you guys what we've been up to. If you're new to the channel, this is the RSX. This is Ali's daily driver. As you can see, we've wrapped it a turquoise emerald kind of color. We spray painted the wheels ourselves. This may be known as the eBay or budget turbo RSX because it is in fact turbocharged as well. We also recently added this race equip racing harness and NRG racing harness bar right there. Shift knob, short shifter, gauge pods. And the only other exterior mod that you may notice is of course an intercooler, which is a very nice sight. So that's the RSX if you are new to the channel. Over here we also have the Aristo, which is one of the main focuses of the video. This guy just got an engine transplant. Sorry about the wind noise, by the way. But here is the Aristo. It's a 1993 GS300 conversion. It's been converted to an Aristo. I recently tried to install a standalone on it, and whether it was the standalone's fault or not, definitely more of a user interface issue because it's a great product. I'll make another video on the computer in the future, but I ended up losing compression in my motor from burning the valves out from running too lean, I believe. But it's okay because I bought a new Japanese motor, swapped over all my own old components from it, so it looks like nothing ever happened. If you've never seen this car before, as I said, it's a 1993 GS300. It has the Aristo bumper, side skirts, 3-piece spoiler, tail lights. I've got some T37 reps, cough cough, on there. And the motor, of course, is a 2JZGTE. I did a single turbo conversion. Obviously I'm going to go standalone. Right now it has a gritty piggyback system on it. I think it dynoed around 480 wheel horsepower and 470 torque, with lots more to come, so please subscribe if you want to see more of this. But this motor I took out and swapped a new one in about a week. I'll go ahead and show you the old one now. Quickly before I do, just because it's pretty good lighting to show you guys the interior. This car is manual swapped. It's a CD009 6-speed transmission. Got my gauges down there. Custom e-brake setup. Not hydro yet, but it will be. Recaro C with some Takata harnesses. And just a cheaper steering wheel because I didn't like the huge stock one. I found it very hard to steer. Everything else is a stock tan interior, and as you can see, the car is in pretty fair condition for its age. So just before we get to this big old pile of stuff on the floor right here, let me show you guys the last car, which is Ali's new summer slash drift slash project car, whatever we decide it to be. It's a 1992 Lexus LS400. All we've done so far is some quick exhaust because the last guy cut off the exhaust. We had to do some mufflers. If you've seen our last video, you know about that. We've also mounted these TE37 reps, very similar to mine. As you can see, we haven't lowered it, but in the trunk, right over here, there are some 2-inch drop springs, which as you can imagine will make it very, very low. This car was a nice inexpensive rear-wheel drive project for us. There's a bit of damage, but nothing we can't fix. We're going to get it fixed up real nice. Not bad condition at all. It has a 4-liter V8 1UZ FE engine. It's got just the coolest body lines in our opinion. So whether we turn it into a bit of a VIP car or a drift missile or whatever it is, I'm sure it will be awesome. Super clean interior. And so yeah, stay tuned for more updates on that. We're going to be doing suspension. The only work it needs done is swapping out the transmission because it doesn't go in reverse right now. So there's the spare trans we're going to be putting in it. So now let's get to the thumbnail picture. If you've ever wanted to see what a 2JZGTE non-VVTi motor looks like in about 100 pieces, here it is. Not a complete teardown, but basically here's my old motor. I just told you guys it blew up, nothing super exciting. It was just idling about a 500 RPM for about 5 minutes. Turned my car off, went to pull out the plugs to see if it was running rich, lean, by looking at the color of them. And I noticed smoke coming out the spark plug hole, which I assume indicated running too lean. And then, with the motor still in the car, I pulled off the head and noticed that the valves are quite white. Let me see if I can lift this up with one hand here. I feel like I could if it wasn't under that block right there. So there you go. As you can see, the exhaust valves, which are on the left, are quite white, and the other ones kind of actually contradicting, they're very dirty, which is lots of carbon, which would be from running rich. So I'm not quite sure what happened, to be honest. I'm just going to make sure it doesn't happen again, because the next time I started it, I lost compression in every single cylinder, and then upon a leak down test, I saw that every single valve was pretty much leaking. Even though they don't look bent, it's a non-interference motor. So if you have any other suggestions, please feel free to put it in the comments below. But I feel as though it's something to do with the air-fuel ratio, so still going to try and figure it out before going standalone again, because blowing up one 2JZ is enough for me. But anyway, this is the pile of components. Basically my old motor and all of the stock JZ components from the motor I bought from Japan. I'm going to be trying to sell all this as a whole for about a few days, but if no one wants it, I'm going to be doing a part out. But might as well go ahead and gather some interest since this video is up. So if you're looking for parts, please let me know. Or if you've ever wanted to 2JZ swap your car, this will be a pretty inefficient way to do it, because it will need a rebuild. Basically the only damage to the actual motor is some scoring on top of some of the pistons. As you can see in this piston here, there's that scoring on top. That's about the worst as it gets. There's no damage to the cylinder walls, which is always a good thing. And as I said, it'll need new valves as well. If you've never seen a stock 2JZ twin turbo setup, here it is right here. Let me go ahead and take off the heat shield. But basically there's the one CT20 turbo, I believe it's called, and there's the other one right there. It has a blown oil seal, but that can be rebuilt. There's the funky exhaust system. So yeah, you always see them big single swap like my car out there, but there is the stock turbo setup. But yeah, I'm also selling everything such as the valve cover, cam gears, coil packs, ignition box, just to name a few of the higher price items. And there's the whole uncut wiring harness for this car is very rare. So there it is. That's what's been going on in the JDMod's garage. I'll keep you guys updated with some more projects and how-to videos on all these cars. And as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like for more content. Thanks for watching.